Hey guys, Double R here, June the 7th, Sunday evening. Coming up on 7 o'clock, it's about 20 till now, 25 till 7. I actually started welding the trunk pan to the inner fender wells and pretty much got the left side ready to grind down. Let's have a look. All in all, going okay. I did find a little split in the metal right there, so I went ahead and tried to weld that up the best I could. I think I was a little hot for just trying to weld that, but overall came out pretty good. So I'm gonna grind that out and see how it does, and then we'll get ready to do the other side. When I have some more progress, I'll bring you guys back. Thanks. Okay guys, it's Mondays, June the 8th. Just a little past 11:30 here in the morning. Getting all set up to weld the passenger side inner fender to the trunk pan. Let's take a look at it. That's where I'm at. When I have some more progress, I'll bring you guys back. Thanks. On that one. Now don't you carry away. Okay guys, getting ready to start the grinding of the passenger side inner fender well. I had that one place burn through, the one that I had on camera, so I had to fix that. But it turned out okay, so let's take a look. All in all, the plug welds didn't turn out too bad. Right there's the one that I blew through on. Okay guys, I've got the passenger side inner fender well ground down, and I did run into a few more rust issues. This passenger side is ate up with more rust than the driver's side was. And we'll have to fix those at a later time, but let me show you what we've got going on. This is our weld area. We're welded the trunk pan to the inner fender, and let's see here, get this to hang where we need it. But it does have some low spots, but that was the original spot welds, and you can see it ground out really nice. But this area right here, I noticed like this spot weld here, this is a factory spot weld. Well, I had one right here and it was bulging out on me really bad, so I just took my hammer and dolly, started tapping it in, and when I did, it just this part of the metal here, this top layer, just blew all to pieces.
So I dug all that out and traced me a line, cut it out, and now it's ready. Took the spot blaster and got rid of the rust, and it's ready for some epoxy in here and then some more welding. I had a small hole after I really got to looking at this. I had a small hole right here, and so I thought, well, while I'm here, I might as well see how bad it is. And right here, this is the original piece of metal that I cut out. So I was like, it didn't look too bad. I might could have just filled that one with the welder. But I knew this one, this piece of metal was so rusty that I decided just to go ahead and see how bad this one was, and luckily it ain't too bad. And then I had just a few pinholes right here, and I was able just to touch them up with the welder. But I believe the reason this area was so bad is, you guys remember up there when I was putting in the package tray extension, this whole part of the car right here had some major holes in it. So, and I believe that was due to the holes up there in the inner structure from the patch that we repaired. I believe a lot of that water was getting down into here, and then I believe it caused a lot of this rust as well. Also down here, I knew about this one. This has all been sandblasted before, and I knew this area right here was bad, and I had actually already cut it out. I did notice I do have a little hole there, so that'll probably have to be fixed. Yeah, that'll have to be fixed there. I'll probably hit that one with the welder. So I'll grind that back and see what it looks like. But this will have to be fixed. And then just a few more spots there. A lot of rust in this passenger side.
Hey guys, it's June the 11th, Thursday evening. About 20 to 8. About 80 in the garage today. I've been out here a few evenings and been doing a little bit of welding, and I'm welding that trunk pan up there at the shock tower area, and the passenger side went really well. The gap up there was fit real nice, if you guys remember. The driver's side is a different story. I had a little bit more of a gap than what I really wanted, and that one's been a pretty fun one to weld up. But I've got myself to a point where I'm going to do some grinding, but let me show you what I got going on. This is the passenger side here. Got some grinding to do on that one, and then I'll do some more welding. This one over here is where I've had the trouble at. All in all, it ain't going too bad though. We've got 3 tacks right there that burnt through. Couldn't really see at the angle I was at. I almost need to get at it from outside the car, and I might do that. I've been trying to look through the back seat, and it's just hard to do. But overall, ain't too bad. It's going to be fun grinding that out, and then, like I said, I'm gonna have to re-weld some right in there. I've got some gaps to fill in still yet. But anyway, that's what I got going on, and I'm gonna continue with the welding and some grinding, and when I make some more progress, I'll bring you guys back. Thanks. Okay guys, been doing some grinding, and it's turning out okay. Got a long way to go still yet, but let's take a look at the car. Got the bulk of that weld up there cut down, and now I can see exactly where I need to do the rest of the welding at. Still got some more grinding to do, as you can see. Pretty good gap there to fill in. Okay, now I'm not sure the right way or wrong way to weld when you've got such a large gap, but what I was doing, and it seemed to work, is I'd actually start on one side of the gap, and then I'd start welding, and sometimes I would blow through right there on the edge, but what I would do is just trigger the welder until I started getting a puddle going, and then I would weld to that puddle until I bridged over the gap, and as soon as I got it bridged, I would stop and cool it down, and then I would go to another area. And the more of these welds I got, tacks or bridges across the gap, whatever you want to call it, the more of those that I got, the easier it is to weld, because now, yeah, I still got a large gap there, but I've still got something else to weld to. I can actually weld to this weld if I have to. And so the closer I get to closing it off, the easier it should get to weld. And like I said, I'm still a beginner at this and still learning as I go. This side over here is a lot more easier. It's a real flush. Actually, that's probably the ideal gap that you want. I mean, it's real small, and I mean, it's just a quick tack, cool it down, and you can actually aim right in the center of this if you wanted to, and just tack it, and it's going to bridge it. Whereas over there at the other side, if you aimed in the center, it's just pretty much going to blow the edges off. So that's where I found out you had to weld to one side or the other and just build your puddle over the gap. And that's what I'm finding works for me. We got a long way to go, a lot of grinding, a lot more welding, and hopefully we'll wrap this trunk pan up pretty soon. I'm hoping by next week sometime. So and that's just brushing on some epoxy and getting this thing back down on the ground, I hope. So anyway, when I have some more progress, I'll bring you guys back. I did go through my first spool of wire on the welder. Ended up loading it up with a fresh roll there. So I'll tell you, I'm actually surprised those little 2-pound spools, they actually do last a lot longer than what you would think. You can do a lot of welding with just that little spool there when it comes to sheet metal. Okay guys, it's June 15th, and just want to give you a little update of the car, the position of the trunk pan, and hopefully we'll do one more video of this trunk pan and it'll be done for now. Let's take a look at the car. Pretty much got some grinding to do. I had a few little voids there that I just barely hit with the welder. And I've got this area all ground down, nice and flush. It turned out real nice. Very happy with that, with considering that gap that I had to work with. This side over here, it's ready for grinding. Got it welded. Like I said, this area right here, I'm real pleased with it. I thought it was going to really give me trouble. It turned out real nice. And this one, we'll see what it looks like when it grinds out. What I did on it is I'd weld, I'd tack it in place, and I'd grind it down. I'd come back and I'd tack it in place and grind it down. So I've got some grinding to do there. Then we'll be mixing up some epoxy. Say real pleased with the way it's turning out. Been out of gas on my welder. Anyway, that's where we're at to date, and I haven't had a lot of time to work on it. I've been working a lot at work. I've been working in a remote area reporting to work, and I've actually had almost had about a 3-hour commute. So that's total. So about an hour and a half one way. So I've had some long days. But I've been able to put in an hour or two here and there, and that's where we're at so far. So, but anyway, when I make another video, I'll bring you guys back. And did want to say that coming up on 200 subscribers, I never thought that would be possible, because especially seeing that this channel has just been started there toward the end of December. So I want to thank all my subscribers, and I'm still thinking about it. We're going to do some type of giveaway. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So I think last time I checked, I was at 194. So probably be doing something like that next week. So stay tuned for that, and you guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later.